What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. You know what I mean? I want to mix down a whole rhythm. When I gonna say old, it's probably like a month or so old. I created it originally. I make the rhythm before like probably 20 rhythm actually released. This make what December 30th, so right around New Year's, and it just done a mix and February, and so all 2 months. You know what I mean? Crazy. But I'll get night still though. So you what I going, bro. I'm on this piano, kinda big, but not too big. Reverb big, you know what I mean? It's a synth. Some of the odd couple category to a thing, yeah. I'll send this to you, so rename it synth. So now I have it, I got this, so I wrote everything except the drum and bass to the stereo track right there. So let's see. Alright, so we need to turn this off right now. Reverb I'm gonna use right now, I have the RC48, but I'm gonna think it have the size I want. So what I'm gonna do is replace the delay with another reverb. I'm gonna use the Lexicon Hall and change the color blue. Next, and I also process and bridge this. I need to figure out the timing for the reverb. So simple, yeah, 60,000 divided by 98 and divide that by 2. So 3.06 the time. And turn on that and put an EQ after the reverb. Kind of shape it, stereo. Let's go detail. I got instruments, so I have this curve. So if I run this in the reverb, just let's say about 20% of the signal, we get this sound. This is just the reverb itself. But due to the fact I have the EQ on it, we get rid of all of the, like the unnecessary like bass and all them type of stuff there with I can hear it louder. So I look a bit brighter, but with the EQ it darken it up and lighten up the sound. Which is cool, that's exactly what I want. So I'll just go and EQ the sound itself now. Even though I already have a filter on it, I'll go like a bit more extreme. I'll get the Pro Q again. And them up on Dreamex. J. Yo, Shatter. Yeah, man. Bumbuckler thing just forward for the computer. Like. So let's see if it's good or no. Alright, so I'll cut everything below 100. 72. Put a Q at 1. Anything below 100, I'll cut that. And then immediately can hear all of the bass gone. Which is cool when I need it anyway. I'm gonna use reverb to bring back some of that anyway. So tapping, I'll put a button right there, some of those split it between stereo and between the middle and the left and right. So I'll go stereo placement mid, and then we'll split it so we'll have a different frequency for the side by itself. So now if we raise that with stereo placement, now I'll go split. So we have a mid, which is just the middle, and then we have the side, so we can EQ them different. What I'm gonna do is put a nice little curve on this. About 36 dB. I'll boost that by 2 dB. And then we'll do a half a dB. A straight just dynamic range, right? So let's maximize this. So it's just a 30 dB per. So more lamps, more do half a dB. So more do is get this up first, and then we'll scale back the 2 dB boost, or switch that to 1.5, so we get half a dB dynamically. They go up. And then for the mid, what I'm gonna do is we'll come back to about 4K. I'm gonna do a small boost and dip. So we'll split this again. Mid side height, we'll do a small curve, something like that. Listen. Honestly, it's very smart, it's very subtle, there's nothing, just a specific thing I'm like about it. So I'm gonna do a small boost, and then I'm gonna do a small dip, same way. But that are to the side, and then mid, I get a boost. Let's come out of this, and then we'll go upon that. Perfect. So we have 2 pianos surround that. One will get pan fully left, one will get pan fully right. I have one dark and one bright. Right. So what I'm gonna do is let's send both of them to, we'll create a channel right there. So just name it piano. Send both of them to it. Go to this track. One more is more create 2 extra delay channel. Need to kind of bring this across. So I'll create 2 delay channel, 2 extra delay channel. And what I'm gonna do is more use them for well, it better if I just show what I go on. So I'm gonna go them 2 channel right there. So right, so I already name them. We'll create yellow. I'll go semi hard pan delay, and I'll put the underscore, I'll put right, then we'll rename one of them and put left. So because I have the piano them hard pan left and right, let's separate them from everything else. Change the color. I'm gonna like the color. Let's go something like a, no, I already have that. I want the color one of them on the mix already, so let's put orange. All right, so for this delay I'm gonna use what's a small delay when I'm gonna take up that much RAM. I'm gonna use Native Instruments. I use replica on both of them. Actually, upon the second one, I'm gonna use the Waves H delay. And I'm gonna clear off the screen so I can only focus on what I use right now, which are the 2 delay them. So H delay stereo. Let's clear off the screen real quick. Alright, so let me say just all focus on the 2 delay. And then, like I said, the reason I'm call them hard pan is because with a hard pan, the delay signal itself, right? So that's the reason for that. I'll make sure so the signal only I go straight to the master. Actually, I'll make sure say signal I go to the stereo mix down right there. So just right click route to this track only. So any signal I come out of them two channels, only I go through this. So if I turn off this, you know what I mean? You're not gonna hear them, but they will hear anything else, or might they go somewhere else. So let's get rid of this. We need the Native Instruments replica. So for the first piano, I'll mix it by itself first. The one to the right. Just I play some single sustain notes at the end. At the notes, it have a reverse note in it somewhere. You know what I mean? Right at the phone, dun, 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 like it reverse. So kind of keep that in mind. So let's go. Before the glitch, we'll take out bass as usual, all of that type of stuff. So let me maximize this. 30 dB. We'll go low cut, same way. This time we'll go all the way up to 125. Probably go a little bit higher than that, but we'll just start at 125. Octave we'll go 36. Okay, we can go a little bit higher, so like 145. All right, perfect. So all of them like big, spiky peak, like them are just resonance and all of that type of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is like kind of tame them a little bit. The highest one them, of course. One right there, so. Right there, so. One right there, so. As you can see, the one right there so is kind of big, and then you have like a thick one right there, so. Due to the fact how the Pro Q have the dynamics thing to it, then it kind of easy if you tame them. We're not gonna do nothing wide like that. Everything does small, just like that. The level go depend upon the frequency. So if it's a like a higher frequency, we probably might do more than a lower frequency, because the higher one here is more than lower frequency. Will probably just cloud up everything will go on, but that's easier for work with than if the thing a beat and a fuck with the ears. Okay. Yeah, but outside of that, we have boost. So I'll come here, so I'll put a high shelf. I'll make this 0 dB. I'll change the slope though. Look a bit smoother than that. I'll boost like that. I don't want to go up too much. Just something subtle. Just. Don't want to look a bit too much of the frying I come up. And a little boost right there, so I know I'll cut a little bit more. And if you listen to it without all of that, I mean, it's a lot more bass, a lot more mudded, like it's clean. Which it can be even cleaner, but I'm not really got too much in it. It's a fucking instrumental. That's fine for me. But I'll send that. Like we already have got to the piano. What I'm gonna do is turn it off now. I'm gonna send it to the delay. So this hard pan to the right, so I'll send it to the delay or the hard pan to the left. But before we do that, I would have semi-hard pan. Being it will go probably like 80% to the left. So we can kind of keep a little bit of the feeling on the right side. Right. Which one of them? This are the H delay. Okay, so they put a 8-note delay, and they put a like a fucking like a offset. So let's clean that up. Let's turn off analog. Dry wet 100, output good, feedback will put to about 20. MS, we have that at 306. We'll divide that by 2, so we have 153. So we'll drop that to 153, and that is pretty much a 16-note delay. Yep. So that's something really quick. And this is like what I play right now, the delayed signal, right? So what I do, a high pass to about 300. So if we play the dry signal, and I mean here what one, but increase the feedback a little bit, or up the delay, or up at the delay which part it there. Just the need for kind of tune it a little bit. So I'll put this back at 306. But it's not going to be as hard as that, of course. So I'll push this to the left now, 80%. Right behind the delay, I'll put cheap reverb. So I'll go back. What's a smaller reverb one we can use? 112 dB micron. So I don't really need nothing big, I just need some small. No, so let's turn on the size. Hopefully this thing have a mix knob on it. And then you can hear the effect of the delay they give because it play upon the left side. Position. Let's turn on the mix. Turn on the feedback. And then we'll turn on it like the overall mix, so kind of just blend it how I want it. I mean, so I kind of get like this illusion like it to play upon the left, even though no say it is only a delayed signal I play over there. So if we play everything together. And what I do right now, I slowly bring up the mix knob so you can barely start hear it, the play upon the left, because I know that the sound back here, you can't hear it no more. And then we can always do that by raising the volume, you know, the plugins then, but it's not necessary, right? Just turn up the mix level. Okay, so I hear it. Not know if everybody hear it, but it's very faint, which is cool. I really wanted that dominate and just want to know so it did it. All right, I'll do the same exact thing for the left side. Now this is a lot brighter, so we'll kind of do a little bit of reverse engineering upon this because the signal is a lot brighter than, you know what I mean? So this one will kind of kill with reverb. Definitely will have the actual track reverb itself, the LXP upon it, as well as the delay signal itself. So I'll route that right now and turn on this. And so we have three different signals for this. We have the dry signal, they go yasso. We have the delay signal where they go yasso, and then we'll have a reverb same way. So three different signal for the one sound, right? So we'll start with the reverb, kind of build an atmosphere around it and make it as like dreamy, as big as possible. Then we'll go back and EQ it and all of that stuff, and then we'll put on a delay upon it. So that's just the dry signal right now. So I'll turn off that, we'll go in at the reverb, turn this up to about 40% and adjust if necessary. A little bit more. That's like exactly the kind of sound I'm going for. It's like really dreamy, really big, like, you know what I mean? Like synthetic space, like horror movie type of thing. Perfect. Then I'll do the EQ, you know. So I turn on the dry signal. Alright, so now due to the fact of the reverb upon it, you can actually already hear it play upon the right side because it upon like turn off the reverb, you're not gonna hear it upon the right side at all. But due to the reverb, you kinda get as if like it play over there, which is cool, which is fine. So I'll use the Fab filter, the Pro Q again. Malvin, how you going? So like I say, we'll do kind of a little bit of different treatment this time around. Some of the brick wall, the lower frequency all the way up to 150. Brick wall meaning nothing, you know what I mean? It's like no curve to it. So it's not nothing subtle about it at all. It's just completely shut off once the frequency lower than that. You know what I mean? Nothing. Which stuff still get through, you know what I mean? No EQ perfect, but that's pretty much as sharp a turn as I can get off of that. Then all of them resonant frequency, I'm gonna kind of tame them a lot. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll tame a specific frequency once I figure them out, and then right next to it, I'm gonna boost a little bit of the frequency, probably like 20 or 30 hertz away from that. So if I tame 1,000, then I'm gonna boost 1,020, understand? So we'll try and figure that. Alright, so one here, so one here, so. Alright, so you know it's bad. One here, and about 3 right there, so. One right there, so as well. Okay, that's cool. So right click, make dynamic. I'll just do it for every one of them. So scroll down, small them up. It's shit weird as fuck. Like one set you scroll up and it make it smaller, one set you scroll down and it make it smaller. That shit don't make no sense at all. Alright, so let's see how much correction I'm going. Okay, so fairly amount. This is the one right that's what I really want kind of focus on, right? So don't make this or take down, kind of bring down everything. So let's just do this one by itself and this by itself. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is right now the middle of everything. And this is kind of drastic. We'll go shape, we'll go bell, we'll go slope, we'll go 72. We'll come down with all of this. So kind of take up every frequency I will just select. And I mean, I will come down with all of them. Like I said, we'll keep some frequencies or we'll boost. So like right here, so this is like some surgical shit or kind of overboard for just a piano, but we'll make them have some square. 72, widen them out. Now go 72 for this again. Widen them out. Also don't make them dynamic, like I said, we want to give them a boost volume wise. So when you play it, it's gonna look like one weird fucking, you know what I mean? But you see, it only boosts at certain points, you know, really just boosts everything. Pretty much bring back the volume to normal. So everything kind of in line, but we just boost and attenuate. And what I'm gonna do is more add another point here. So right click on make this a low cut and we'll kind of attenuate a little bit. Perfect. Alright. Hopefully I'm not confused nobody. So that's piano, EQ, reverb. Let's go. Mute this, mute the reverb. And I'll keep the reverb and I'll turn on the delay now and go in and fool around with the delay. So the thing with this is like it have a lot of good presets, so I'll just go through until I find one I'm like. Kind of like that. Let's go fully, not fully, but 80. Actually, we can go fully right because we have the reverb kind of play the signal a little bit, so we can kind of go drastic with that one. I'll go half step, so increase the timing, and then let's play it and see. Alright, so you get the illusion like it a play down the center, which is weird. Everything together. Grab a walk on, bro. Yeah, man, it's the whole thing down. Finally get around to mixing it, dog. So we have another organ right there, so I think bring up them volume right there, so look a bit. Alright, so due to the fuck is an organ. We kind of want to keep it big, so I'll right click, we'll go real instrument or throw this here. So we'll use the reverb for that, and we'll use a couple like specific plugins. We already have it to run through certain effects, namely an EQ. Not really doing nothing but cutting off some low end, and then we have it to go to a filter. So if I turn off the filter, we have, you know what I mean? So the filter kind of get a little bit extra how would I say, excitement, and I mean it kind of make the sound boring. It kind of, yeah, I wonder what really what going on with the sound. You know, it's a movement in it. So for what I'm gonna do is I already have to go to an EQ, so no EQ necessary, so add reverb. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna add the waves S1 on this for kind of push it a little bit more left and right, or just make it a little bit bigger and kind of take it out of the middle. Actually a better plugin for use would be the stock plugin. Stock, yep. So I'm gonna use the stereo shape and do that instead of just use a third-party plugin because less panorama. And this kind of actually better suit what I want to do. So if you listen to it now, it'll kind of sound off beat one side or the play a total different frequency than the other side. But of course, you know what I mean, it sounds good. I just don't want it that far, you know, distant, like that noticeable. I want it bigger though, of course. Alright, cool. So another way we can achieve that is just simple add a limiter to it. For that, is L2. I'll get the volume as close on each side as possible. So let's go and drop everything. Alright, so the highest point of both at the left and right channel get to by themselves is probably like minus 18.5, something like that, where I get gain reduction and all that stuff. So I'll just drop the release and attack to the slowest. And then the output, what I'm gonna do is put that at minus 17. So we have one solid level. I mean, as you can see from the mixer. And you can hear it volume wise. Then I'll add that to the LXP hall and create this atmosphere around it. You know what I mean? And because I did already have a reverb on the track itself, I'll blend the two reverb them together. So because both of them have a different sound. These are the Native Instruments RC48 by itself. Then that are the LXP hall with it. You know, so it kind of adds some depth, some dimension to everything. And everything together. Then if we listen to it with the pianos and the synth. Perfect. Let's go. Next synth should be Call to War. Yep. So for this, nothing out of ordinary. Probably EQ and such. Alright. So the one problem we might come into, which is not gonna be a problem, I don't know if we fix it. Bass and phase cancellation, like so phase issues, right? Because we have a big drummer playing it. So I might come into like phase issue or whatever. We'll send this to percussion. So the way around that is without EQ first, then without compress, then without EQ again. So let's EQ this. So I'll take out on a deep slope, probably like 72, probably good, all the way up to probably like 60. Cool. Without attenuate or just compress a little bit with the EQ about 6K. No one go too deep with it though, you know what I mean? I'm gonna run this through the waves CLA 2A, or no, the CLA 76. The reason I use this is because it's a fast compressor. And then it have a set threshold level. So the threshold, I don't really control that. I just can control the input and output signal and the ratio and the attack and release. So the release, I want it kind of moderately slow. So I'll probably do the release at 4. The attack, I'll probably do at 2. So it's somewhat fast, too fast though. And I look to get anywhere between 3 to 5 dB of compression. I notice how it bring up the toms them what in the migger where you probably never in a ear before. And I'm as a probably can go a little bit faster with the release. Cool. So now, 2 more EQ for add. We'll go back to the fab filter again, but before we do that, I'll add the waves pull tech. And like I said, I want it clash with no bass or whatever down the line. So this is how I correct any issue I might have with the bass or the 808 when we add it in. So I'll add back the fab filter again. So let's put this next to this, put this underneath. All right, so with the pull tech, the beneficial thing about the pull tech, right, is you can add a lot of body and a lot of stuff to your sound without all of the technical. Like you see, you can't see nothing on the pull tech. It's sometimes better for you to use stuff like this where you can't really see nothing, so you just know you have to listen with the ears, right? So what I'm gonna do is boost and attenuate. Like anything where you boost, you do attenuate pretty much. You can't boost 50 and then attenuate 70. You just have to boost and attenuate the same signal. But the benefit to that, as you will see in a second, is the fact that you can get a lot of character out of doing that exactly how it sounds. It sounds weird, but it's just take a listen. So this time I'm turn off the last EQ. So this is the pull tech we'll run through it right now. Alright, so the low end, like I said, I want to bring back some of that because we cut out some of that. So I'll boost probably like 3.2. You know what I mean? Just listen to the lowest thing them all them come up, right? So I'll keep on going till we get to a suitable level. Now we'll attenuate it, so I'll go 2.6. We don't want to attenuate exactly what we boost, you just want to keep it a little bit lower. And with the 100 hertz, so if we got 60, cool, I like how it sound at 100. I'll increase the bandwidth to 5. And if I want to increase the top end, which in this case, I'm not really want to increase the top end at all. And I mean, not really necessary, really. I go for the drums, them. So I'll probably do like 1 and 0.5. So if you turn off the pull tech, but without it, everything kind of sound thin. With it, and I mean, it's still not as good as the actual pull tech in real life, but me now have $5 for God that shit. So for the last EQ, I would do is really just kind of clean up the signal now. So I have a filter I'm use for my master bus when we get ready for bounce out a mixer or a master. Simply name master filter and we'll just run that. Kind of get rid of any unwanted low end type of stuff. We'll actually increase this up to 45. So if we turn off everything. Night and day, of course, you know what I mean? So with everything so far. But the one thing we kind of notice is that volume wise, this thing is loud, right? So if you correct that or if you just fix that, just slap a limit upon it, control the top end. It's a control the top end. I mean, like, if you just control the volume, not the top end, the entire signal. So once we slap the limit upon it, then we can adjust the volume, knowing that the volume does stay consistent at whatever level I put it. So we'll do that now. So now when I adjust this volume, I know said that's the loudest it don't get completely. That's period. Not change whatsoever because it get limited. And I mean the volume itself, the overall volume of the sound right now is -3. So that's how loud it is, you know what I mean? But due to the fact that I know say they play a -3. Anyway, I set it on here, so that's exactly where it does stay because the volume already consistent outside of the mixer itself. So one other thing I could do to the sound actually is if I want to clear up space like in the middle, which I don't actually do it and then turn it off. So if I need to do it in the future and get into some of the other instrument, them is we can use the stereo shape and do the same thing I'm gonna do with the organ earlier. I'm kind of push it out left and right a little bit more. You know what I mean? So I'll take it out of the middle. This are with it. This are without it. You know, everything kind of come back more central. So if we play everything together, kind of like it a little bit more out wide, but at least I know I have the option for kind of come back into the middle or out wide. The more instruments and the more stuff we kind of add into the track. So we see how that go. Next instrument is of a choir from Nexus. Now this choir is like the main, I think one of the two main part of the chorus. All right, so that's the first part. This is the main one. You know what I mean? So that's the main one. This is more like a background, like a filler. So it's, we'll treat it like an atmosphere. So as usual, first thing we'll EQ, chop off anything below 150, not needed. Actually, anything below 100, we want to keep a little bit of that. Get some of them other plugins off of the screen. Can focus in on the thing what we do. Alright. Wrong channel, idiot. Okay, Nexus. So here, so let me say anything below 100. As you can see, we don't really have too much go on below, so it's kind of a good thing anyway. Actually, can go a little bit higher. Let's go 125. Let's change the octave to 72 dB per. I can go up a little bit. We'll go 132. I want to get as close to this frequency right as possible. Let's go 138. All right, I'm change the channel, so let's switch that back to main automation. All right, cool. So they're close enough. Let's scale back a little bit. Cool. Want it dark? Is a dark. We have a brighter part, so we'll take out some of the top end. I'm gonna do some wide, like frequency taming. So right across the top, just some wide, but not too much, nothing exaggerated, you know what I mean? Not surgical, we don't need that, just some control over the frequency them. Just make them a little bit smaller, just so them run in their own area. You know, just some small thing like that. When we zoom out, you probably really not even know what, you know what I mean? So, something like that. Make sure so this there 8K. Before and after. Which is cool. Alright, so I never wrote this to a track, I don't think. The expand. Okay, so I have it a percussion. So the choir as well is percussion. Use it as a instrument. So we'll do that. Bring it up. We'll add the S1 to it from waves. Kind of spread it a little bit and then add some reverb to it. And then the reason I'm gonna use the factory stereo shaper plugin is because that it kind of is a different effect compared to the S1. The S1 actually literally push out the image itself, like it move the image itself. The stereo shaper do the same thing, but it do it using the like kind of like time delay or something. Really, it wouldn't kind of effective. It wouldn't smooth. Yes, I say so. I go for wide. Try to bring this down to 6K darkness. Alright, and add the reverb them. First one here, second one here, 20% on the first, 27 to 30 on the second one. Reverb by itself, we have probably can go a little bit more. Cool. Nice. A little bit darker with this. Let's go 4K. Let's go up from 128 to 138. Alright, so there's a filter in this sound. Let's go mod. Let's see if I have a filter effect on it anyway. Like a mix, ensemble, chorus. Alright, so there's no effect on this, whatever. So that's just probably how the sound is. Alright, that's cool then. I'll bring back everything together. Pray them. Showtime, SPU are gone. Alright. Delay still a gone. Alright, so this is the start of the show, especially when the chorus come in. So I'll put this on the leads, route to this channel only. What I'm gonna do with this though is I'm gonna do kind of a lot of different type of processing on it. Probably process it on 2 separate bus. So firstly, or just EQ, literally anything below 300 you can kind of chop. Cool. Then what I'm gonna do is, because I want to add movement to it, I don't want it stagnant, I don't add a separate bus, but I don't add movement to this signaler itself. Now, how I'm gonna do that is, the first thing I'm gonna do is, let's add a channel right beside it. Rename a channel, Brow Motion. I don't name it or change the color to orange. Insert. We'll route this to this too. So bring the volume all the way down. We'll load the waves, span it, or get the Brow Motion plugin. Then what I'm gonna do is the Brow Motion, stereo. We worry about the preset for that later on when we get to it. On this channel, I'm gonna load the what in the hell is the name of the sound ties? Panman. as well as a compressor from a company named Clevgran, named the Carve Presser. Rock him hard and big up yourself. Alright, so we have that, we have this. We not use this yet. We already used that. We can get rid of that and definitely not use that. Boom. So this pan man, we don't use a preset called Pendulum. And when we do the panning is we don't bring this down to about 50%. So make sure it go about 50% left, 50% right. We don't smooth it out all the way. We don't drop down the timing. So it's like a little bit of a curve, you know what I mean? You can noticeably hear it go left and right. If you play it, we're supposed to have. It's that loud because of the compressor, sorry about that. You know what I mean? But so you can hear a little bit of movement go on with it. Cool. That's step one of the movement process. Like I say, we'll add another layer underneath it where they move same way. But for right now, that's cool. This set as is. I'll tune the compressor. I want to get it to a certain level. So let's first bring the input down. Kind of match it with the output. Or bring the output down to match it with the input. Or turn off look ahead that can kind of cause problems later on. What I'm going to do is engage this and then we'll tap the compressor. These are the compression right here. So it's no ratio and all of that extra stuff. It's just simply you compress whichever part of the signal you want. You know what I mean? So anything will come to you has to get squeezed and then when it come out, you can boost it. So think of it as attack, release or whatever and then output gain if you want to think of it in a like traditional compressor term. So we have the input here so we can turn down same way. So we'll kind of tune that for kind of match what we are doing. So let's go. Don't want no bass. Cool. Now, let's go into the brow motion. So what we can do is engage this. Alright, so what brow motion do is it take the pony. So think of the circle as your head. What you do is take the sound and it wrap it around your head, so it like keep on a go around in a constant motion, and it just have creative way where you can do it. Certain preset different, so I'm gonna try to find a preset to kind of suit what I do right now. We go from there. So okay, if you think of it, remember we have a signal already that go left and right. Now we kind of make it go in a circle. So one way if you kind of make sure so we have two different traveling distance or whatever you want to call it, we'll reverse this or flip the signal, so we'll make the left pan the right, make the right pan the left for the second for the brow motion version of the signal. Now, the volume can go all the way up, of course, because this main volume is the one that will control everything. So I'll turn on back all of the instruments, them already mix and try and fit it with everything. Remember the lead for the chorus, so it have to sit down on top of everything. We don't add no reverb to it yet, which data come once we get the levels what we want it. Notice I just sound dead without the brow motion, kind of have that extra little bit of movement to it. Alright, so let's lock this in place. Let's run this direct, the dry signal, I'll send it to the 2 reverb and we'll go 50 with one and 25 with one. I think the RC28 would probably sound better with more of the signal, so we'll go 50 with that one there and then do the 25 for the LXP hall. And if we listen to that by itself without the brow motion part of the sound, just the reverb. I mean, so you can hear the reverb, so it did it a little bit, and I mean, it's very faint, but it did it. So everything together. Oh, nah, SP, I use gross beat, bro. I mean, the pendulum preset crazy, dog. It's a good starting point, bro, for tell you the truth. Sure, you know, I go on with that. Nah, I mean, I can kind of call it that, but it's just like a showtime. It's just a portion with them other dynamics, a dynamic thing in it. You can kind of say is a dynamic compressor, but it not have all of the functions. If me can find a version of it. So yeah, if me going to like the dynamics mode, you're not gonna really have like attack delay, threshold. You have a lot of options. Let me see if I can find one of my have it one. So alright, so yeah, so when I click on it or whatever, when I go down, if I go up at the top. So yeah, so like this frequency right, as I can see, I have it right now, it in a auto. So if I turn off auto, then I have a threshold over here and all of that. But you don't really have the full-fledged compressor function them, you know what I mean? There's no ratio and you know what I mean, I say all of them type of stuff there to the dynamics part. Right? It's just really it's just something to kind of help you not really need to go in and go pull up your compressor if you don't really need it, you know what I mean? So it's a good look though. I like it, man. It's fucking helpful, dog. And for tell you the truth, it helped me a lot of time not even go for fucking compressor no more, for tell you the truth, bro. So next one we have this fucking ballad Buddhist. It's a preset named Dorje, Dilly fucking VST named Dilly Lama. This a brother sound like this. Alright, so for this, right? I kinda want do this I want pan this, but this I want pan or I don't have to pan manually, right? So there's no way I can automate a VST if you get the panning or the type of panning what I want out of this. It's probably a way to do it, but I don't figure it out yet. So what I'm going to do is we'll come down to the playlist or solo out the chorus because I just said play. And we'll pan the signal itself manually. So the panning knob up at the top right, so we'll right click on it right now, there's 0, so we'll go create automation clip. Boom. Which part it created right, so. Alright. So like I said, I want it go from left to right. I don't know what direction I want it go first, but I don't want it go from left to right. So we'll make this a little bit bigger so we can focus in. So drop down. Alright. So every time I go like, I want that last tail part, I want that the part the pan to a certain direction. Everything else can play in at the center. So what we'll do is copy the main point, which is 50, I believe. Paste it here, so we'll copy it again. Drop this, paste it here, so we'll drop this down, we'll fade it like that. Alright, let's come across. Alright, want it go the other direction first. Sound better to me. Alright, no sound as good that way. Alright. Then what we'll do is we'll just literally come back and fade the complete other direction. We'll put one at the center. And this come down on its own. don't make it come across right there, so. I'll start left, but I'll make it fully end up right. Bring this back. I'll come here. Let me see what I'll make it come back to the center, but but before then. World tour it, you know. Let's go. Let's come down. I say, I don't know if you make a plug into this, so till then. Alright. Hold on, let's bring this here, so. Actually, let's bring this thing here. That way there. I think that's what I look for. Want a smooth transition though, to tell you the truth. I'll delete that and create a point over here, so I'll go all the way up top. Paste that back here, so I'll go like that. Alright, cool. So what I'm gonna do is put a point in the middle here, so delete this. So we can smooth out the last part like that. Raise that all the way, drop this all the way. Now we're supposed to have a really smooth transition. Perfect. So go left, go right, and we'll come back right in the center with everything else. Or with some of the other instruments, because we're not really mix it yet. We just kind of just tune it or pun it. Cool. Yep. So in the middle of fight with nothing, it just there in its own lane, which is perfect feat. Actually, probably can do the same thing with sound over here, so. I probably can do the same exact thing, to tell you the truth. So let's delete that. Zoom in, zoom. If that I got there, so. Let's cut that. Bring this up top. Yep, this is also 50. Smooth out that. Actually can delete the point here. Smooth that out. Smooth that out. Smooth that out. But I do want it for kind of noticeable when it's a transition though. So let's see. Let's bring this out a little bit. Yeah, and I want it noticeable so yeah, it go in a different direction. Just like right there, so. What we can actually do is delete that. We need an anchor point though somewhere in it. Definitely need an anchor point, so we can push that up there, so. No. Alright, put one here, so. One right there, so. Cool. Probably need to pull this back. Did I move it? I move it. Yeah, move it a little bit. Need to pull this back a little bit. Yes, 50. Come back. Yeah, I'm gonna move this too fucking much. Alright, so can put the anchor back here, so now and then delete this here, so I have that and that. And one there, so right click delete. So we can put one. A bit. Okay. Cool. Then the one benefit to it is when I really have to go back through now and kind of duplicate and we can just cut it literally. So that. And then clone it and we're good. So if it tap all the way through, oh shit. Let's deselect that, Control B, 4 times. Or 3 times, however many times. Yeah, see, vote. Kenny Wagwan. I'm not talking about Kenny Kirk. They are butch up the man named Wagwan, bro. Blood clotting just forward, dog. I think get it there on it for probably the last time. Just forward the day, dog. Alright, so now we can kind of mix it, you know, not have it as dominant loud like that. Let's switch back to the main track. Let's get rid of this here, so. Alright, we have to switch back to main automation. Alright, so a lot of reverb, a lot of flanging though go on with the sound now. So we'll go EQ it first though. Can kind of is like probably as you can see, not a lot of go on low. So I can get rid of that. Or probably can is add some sort of like compressor, not sure, and it really seem as if you need it. Try a flanger. Increase the mix. Now the only fucker why I play fully to the left is because you have the automation going and the FL Studio kind of stupid like that. So in a reset when I switch between playlist and song mode, so I'll just play it in the song mode. That way we can hear the movement going. Alright, cool. I think we'll add the EQ after the flanger. Alright, so we have 3 big or 4 of them spot. Oh, kind of need for tame a little bit, not really go drastic with them, just a little bit of taming. Especially the high one now. Very resonant, so kind of, you know, just control it away. I'm running this in a the synth or lead, model lead for this route to this track. I'll add 2 reverb, a lot of the second and quarter of the first. That'll just reverb by itself. That'll hit with the reverb. As you can hear, this frequency right I said really a peak out, you know what I mean? You can hear it like it's fucking annoying. You know what I mean? And it's like really, really high. So what I'm gonna do is just get drastic with it. Perfect. No longer a problem. So on to the next one. Where the fuck were they now over there? Percussion. Next one should be a snare. I do all of the synth them before we get into the drums them. So this should be a snare from Purity. Once we see Purity and notes like that, my note says a snare. All right. So Purity itself have a set of effects inside it, so you can hear the reverb on the snare. So we're going and turn off that. So that if I'm not right here, so then me just have to go find it. But I think I right here, so. All right, cool. Perfect. All right. So what I want to do is I want to keep this in the middle, but I want to put it out on the left and right side, you know what I mean? Kind of get it a little bit bigger, but I don't want it all in time, right? And FS would have a really, really easy way you can sort that out. So them two channels are right next to it. We don't actually put a gap between and put them two channels. So I'll right click and we'll go snare left, snare right. So I'll go snare. Actually, I'll go snare hard left and snare hard right, right? So let's delete the space in between, drop that. I can delete all of them thing there. Copy this. Paste, boom. So let's take the second one and rename it right. I'll do that. Put a capital R. Change the color. Probably go someone up on the mixer. Let's go pink. Right click again, add a separator between the two of them so we know what's them, you know. And then we'll send Purity to them individual before we send them to the snare itself. Or right click and send it to the snare and then send it to them two channel. One channel will go fully left, like the name say, one that go fully right. So what I'm gonna do is forget them to stand out. If you listen to them right now, them sound like one loud snare. Alright, so if you have this feature where this little clock thing, right? I said a plug-in delay, right? So it's like it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's automatic, right? So when you add certain plugins, if you notice certain plugins might trigger the time delay. So let me see if we can show exactly what I mean. So let me see if I turn off them if it don't go. Alright. So notice when I turn on filter freak at the only time the clock come on, because that kind of play around with the time. Because of the processing why it take for do the sound, it delay the sound a little bit. It might not noticeable to we when we are listening back to it, but it noticeable to the software. So that's why when them clock are come on at the bottom, that means they have some sort of plugin without delay or they go on. Like pan here, so probably the compressor they do it, or probably a pan man do it, I never know. So yeah, pan man do it for that. So whenever them clock, so what you can do is you can actually manually do that yourself. So what I'm gonna do is more make the snare sound like is 3 or 4, like 3, like I make the snare them sound like 3 different people I play just by using time delay. So I'll play it and then we'll tweak the 2 clock down at the bottom. So the first one we'll delay it by, let's say, 6 milliseconds. All of a sudden the snare them sound like a little bit wider. Turn it off and it sound like a 1 snare. So the second one we'll delay that by millisecond again. I will double the millisecond this time, so we'll have 6 or we'll go 12. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, just crazy. Tuning wise, and everything we need no EQ or anything like that. Probably would add like a little bit of top end to it, but for that, I'm not gonna really use that. Just get a plugin. Which plugin we just get one we could test out? On this snare, yeah. That would actually come in handy. Alright, let's use the Massey CT5. So it's a compressor. Actually it's a limiter, but I would use this feed the same way. So what I'm gonna do, let's run this through. Can't really a second guess it, because like typically the snare is nothing what I ever really need for do too much or anything for tell you the truth. See me why big up yourself to see me, bro. Vote, just link me up on WhatsApp, man. You know, in for all the description, bro. Link me up on WhatsApp, man. So I'll chop everything up to 45. So it's louder because we have the limit upon it, unfortunately. But like I said, we don't need it. Some actually don't just take it off. We don't even really need it. It's not a snare wave I really need processing, to tell you the truth. So let's turn on the volume on both of these. So what I'm gonna do is add two different native instruments plug in on the snare, the one I process separately, left and right on them. So we'll go crush back and we'll go dirt and we'll go bite. The dirt side is distortion, while the bite side is beat crushing. So we'll find two preset will work and blend them together. With the original, right? So them plugging in them small, but believe me, them powerful. So let's play this again. Okay, let's turn off the main snare down here. So now we only are here the snare them will go in the dirt and the beat crusher. Let's reset the volume them for right now. So we just turn off the beat crusher side. So we only have the distortion side. So let's find a preset to sound good. Like this, it's kind of subtle, but like it. Alright, cool. Let's go back to the beat crusher side now and find a good setting. Let's blend them out. Then with the dry signal. Alright, so I'm gonna change the one on the beat crusher, so because it did a drag behind a little bit. If you listen to it, it have this little tail end on it like a cymbal, and I really like that. So I'm gonna change it to the very next preset, and that sound a lot better. So what I'm gonna do is just blend them to taste now. We'll just kind of drop the volume, bring in everything else I'll mix so far, and then bring them up to a suitable level. Then probably they'll get adjusted again once the drums, them and them thing get in at the track. But for right now, I'll just kind of adjust everything. We'll bring in a little bit of reverb on the crush signal too. When I bring in a reverb on the matter of fact, while I wrote this to this track over here so by itself. And then let's bring some reverb on the two of them. Yeah. So although the same exact reverb for the two of them channel, alright? So let's do the first one. You don't know how going. Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on, play. What the blood clot going on? Oh shit. Fucking idiot. Not the volume turn all the way down and I wanna hear nothing. Oh my god. Try hear music or nothing now. Play it. So I got 10-10 both reverbs. And we'll do that for both. As you can hear, it's very faint, but it noticeable. So I'll go 10-10 on both of them. Could just copy and paste, but now the time, yeah. Boom. So now let's bring them in while I play everything else, or just fade them into the track. Let's go back to 0 with them. Remember, we already have one I play now, so we have the main one which we'll bring up a little bit. Alright, cool. I get crackling. So, what in the flying fuck? That shit just reset by itself for no reason. I got blood clot. So it's supposed to be up like that. Alright, cool. Like that. So let's bring up everything now. Cool. And then we can get into the drums, which we shouldn't have no crackling at all now. So don't really need for the end of the playlist no more. So let's go up top. So like that's one of the main theme about this screaming. So I have to feature that. I have to find out if we feature that, make sure so we can hear that. Cool. Outside of that though, we'll start off with which one of the, what set of drums which one start with? What the kick there? Right there. So I have kick there, so we have 808. Yeah, so pattern, yeah, so alright, let's bring up percussions, every single one of them. We'll mix them loud. Actually, I'll just bring them back to 0. All of them. Let me say we don't mix them loud. Alright, so for the 808, I wrote that to BS. Yeah, so wrote to this track only. We do go over here. So next to this thing, I would create a separator. I would add a track. We'll rename it Distortion. Reason for that is because we don't add one of them distortion plugins here. So I think I get a new one recently. I don't think so. Toss up between Decapitator, Punish. I kind of like Punish because of it look, tell you the truth. I'm not sure which one to use. All right, so actually, what I'm gonna do is more run. All right, so I'm just get a plugin called THU Guitar Amplification Simulator. We don't run distortion through that. So this is something where you can do. It's actually something I'm used to do a lot. Not do it as much no more though, but definitely an option. So THU 64. All right, so we just kind of just go through the preset. Them, like I said, I never really used it before. I just get it out of here. First time really I go use it. So we just go through this I say bunks and all of that type of stuff. So let's go classic rock and just go through some preset literally. If you don't like it, we move on to the next one. But at the 808, we already wrote it to the bass. We just send it to the distortion without turn off the bass track so we can hear the distorted 808 by itself. Not sure if it all loud, so we don't turn on the 808 now, and if not, then we can adjust it later. Alright, so this is the distorted 808. This need a limiter. Sorry about that. So now we can actually use the Massey, the CT5. Which is another plugin I'm gonna just get out of this. So what better time to test them than together. Attack, we don't go fast, of course. Make sure say the attack fast, we don't want nothing slow about it. Release, we don't make sure say it's slow because it's an 808, so we want it sustained, you know what I mean? And we go turn on limit. Blend, we need that at 100%. We don't want none of the dry signal. So let's, any type of dB reduction, that means that we clip way past 0. Alright, let me turn on the output on this thing, yeah. Actually, 1 second. Turn on this. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, so I believe there's a reverb on this, room reverb, yep, and a delay as well. So I'll turn off them there. Remember, this is the 808 I will start with. So pretty much the same thing. We have the kicker play with it same way. But with the distortion, we get like a added extra layer character, you know what I mean? Without EQ it as well, because I really want the character out there when I really want too much else. And this is just the distorted signal or the process signal through the guitar. It'll go through this amplifier, yeah? And then it'll go through this Metropolitan. Fuck, I don't know what it is. I don't really much give a fuck what it is. Just like how it sounds, like the sound I give me, right? And then it'll go into a limiter, what really a smack it really hard. So let's kind of tune this now, right? So boom. If me left it untouched and just keep it as is, it does start create, like I'm say, phase cancellation issues, right? So if me take that the EQ there and put it on the bass itself over here, so like a different EQ. I'll use the stereo EQ in this case, yeah? Actually, I'll use another mono. Alright, so if we watch the two waveform for the two, this is the distorted one. Notice how the top end on the one where I got through the guitar amplifier have a little bit more top end on it, and this one really more just naturally. And I say, so what we'll do is we'll kind of tweak them differently, but according to each other. So the first one, we'll take out everything up to 32. The slope I'm gonna do is that this not have brick wall, this is the Procure too, so you have brick wall, which we don't really need brick wall. I'll put both of them in at 30 dB per. That just means that we can see more of what go on and see how much I get cut. Alright, frequency wise, like not bass or nothing like that, we'll cut this all the way up to like 50. We'll use this to add an extra layer up on top of the dry 808 we have. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take out everything up to about 300 on the other one. So we kind of have that in our box, and this I want to kind of just get the license for run free, right? If we turn on this, and I mean, cool, there is some phase cancellation going somewhere about it. So we'll change the slope in this one, and we'll go up a little bit higher to about 100. Cool. I'm gonna do for the 808 itself. As I can hear, it's just like it dry, but this adds some life to it. Which is not wrong with the 808, I like it, but can always do with a little bit more excitement. Cool. Let's take out the signal a little bit, probably like 50%. Just for add a little bit of life, and I want it too overpowering, you know what I mean? It's better for you do it 100% and then scale back than if you try do it and scale up, you know what I mean? Do the effect fully how you want it and then scale back and tweak how much height you want before you even say, you know what, I'm gonna do it little and then try to turn it up, because it might sound like fuckery. Better you get the exact sound you want and then take out how much height you want before, you know what I mean? So that's that. Let's drop the volume. Now we'll sidechain the 808, we'll do it right as up on the 808 itself, because if my sidechain the bass track, then we miss the distortion. So I want to sidechain the exact complete signal how we want effect. So let's go Dynamics Pro C. This preset, I don't put it in the description. One of them there. I keep on I forget. Whenever I load the Pro C, this is my default preset. So all I have to do, for those who use the Pro C, if you do them sidechaining, all I have to do just go in and find the kick. Once I route the kick to the so route to this track. Actually, let's route the kick to the drums completely. Route to this track only, and then we'll use the drums and route that sidechain it to the to this. So now if we come and right click, we have drums, and we can use the drums to sidechain the 808. Yeah, so once I load up the process, I have to tweak nothing, everything kind of set. Settle upon a preset a while back. But I'll put this 8.5 far as the sidechain level, and the kick is off. Turn it on. Cool. Now if we look upon the levels, volume wise, 808 by itself without the kick. That's kind of cool. The kick kind of really powerful. Now want it like that one, the 808 for kind of overpower it, you know what I mean? So all we can do is increase the level of the 808 going into the distortion. Alright, cool. The sampler should not be on the mixer. I don't know why the fuck it's here, so what I'm gonna do is rename it. Change the color to black and drop the volume all the way to 0. Just so you know, distract me from nothing. Let's bring in another instrument. Let's go snare. As you already know, let me what's up new. Smart thing. I think who the fuck did ask me for that the other way? Like the Pro Q, what's the difference between it and other EQ? The biggest difference between the Pro Q and other EQs, bro, to tell you the truth, is it versatile. You know what I mean? It's very, very versatile, bro. What I do still, I have some video I'm gonna work on. Right now, I just test out the computer to make sure so the CPU cool, because I did have an issue the other day. So once everything get back to normal with my schedule and all of that, I start do some shootout video and I test out different plugins. I really want to do a video on some compressor that I'm really kind of start see a trend with them compressor. I really want to see if, you know what I mean, the modern day compressor them better than even like the waves plugin them want to change for y'all on 10, 20 year now. You know what I mean? Would I love to see if them different from the modern day compressor or the, you know what I mean, the advanced technology and all them things, which me personally don't think so, because a lot of people don't know the waves plugin them not change for like the last probably 20 years, them not change none of the coding, none of the algorithm, nothing at all, bro. You know what I mean? All of the plugin might change how the plugin look, but them not change none of the features. Like this plugin, when it, you know, first come out, I think it probably like 5, 6, 7, 8 year old and now, or probably even older than that. It's still the same coding behind the scenes, bro. So really want to see, because somebody when they try to call me down other day, they tell myself I stop using all the plugin there. So we see. Alright, so snare. Let's add this to the second track. I now hear no movement in the snare. Like, you know, I normally go in and do my panning. I not hear no panning, I not see no neither. So what I do now is I never load up a mono version of the EQ, but what I do is more turn the channel mono. So the signal itself don't get flattened out. If I watch the peak before I switch it to mono, notice it play a little more upon the left and upon the right. One way to tell when I do one way to tell if your signal balance in a FL Studio, if you play the track, right, boom, so let's say we play the track and then we tweak the panning knob. You see the side what fall last, that means that you have too much I go to the side there or whatever, or vice versa. And I mean, so if we tweak this and then we let it go, you notice so one side drop before the other side, that means that the side that did have more, you know what I mean? And if you ever feel like a signal or balance, you can always do that. Alright, so I'm just make it mono. Cool. Let's go hi-hat. Now, for the hi-hat, I'm going to load the Brow Motion plugin I'm going to load earlier. I'm going to use an EQ to see me. Actually, I'm not going to use an EQ. I'm going to use the flanger. Almost a phaser. Flanger from Native Instruments. With the Brow Motion plugin from Waves. Okay, yeah, man. Man, really, brother, I always may try to pronounce sim vibic or say what about sim vibic or symphobic. I'm not sure. Maybe know you pronounce that thing like that. I'm not want to butcher off your thing like that. But yeah, man, yeah, brother, I'm gonna buy a plugin, brother. I Google search plugin. Yeah, you know, I print a blog. I start sell a shirt with that body, yeah, but anything you want, just do a quick Google search. You know what I mean? What me I look for? The Brow Motion, right? Yep. So this is a hi-hat. So typically you don't want movement in a hi-hat unless you want movement in a hi-hat. I'm running through a flanger first though. Cool. Notice that the flanger it seems as if the flanger push it a little bit too. Alright, so we have movement in the hi-hat already, which is cool, that's fine, but more movement than that. More a little bit of the one we do earlier with the lead, right? I mean, see it seem like it's a go on ahead. So now we'll run that through the limiter if you cap it. And then we can just, you know, balance volume wise. Cool. Now we have another hi-hat, I believe, a home hat or something like that. Get some of them plug-in off of the screen, dog. If I use plug-in, yep. And another one. Let's go back to the mixer. What were there now? Cymbal, right? Another, yeah, open hat. So this should be a, alright, simple, quite simple. First thing, make it mono, even out the signal. Know what I mean? Immediately. Then we'll send it. Oh shit, we never wrote the hi-hat to the percussions. Nope. So I'll send that here. So I'll send the open hat to the same thing. Or also I'll send it to the reverb, 25 and 20. 25 on the first, 20 on the second. You know, just immediately add a little bit of depth to it or use a factory stock EQ, which is one of my favorite EQ while we are talking about EQ. But I'm somebody that talk about this, and I think the live stream when the computer that go down for me. This one I like this. EQ is very versatile. A lot of people don't know it because it's factory, so it get overlooked, but it have like all the dynamics features and all of that stuff like fab filter, but it's a very precise, and I mean I can really get semi-surgical with it. You can have some really sharp cuts, you know what I mean? You have EQs who have sharper turns than them, but it's a very good EQ for tell the truth. And one of the things I like about it the most is to have the back and forth, the A/B feature where you can compare two different presets where even expensive EQ now having it, and it's transparent, you know what I mean? In a really sound no way, it's just an EQ. So I'll use this, get rid of that, and we'll do a dip right up top, sharp like a, you know what I mean, something like that. I don't want it too harsh. What I'm gonna do is drop the volume level. Everything, keep in mind, everything will get adjusted after the fact. Reason I'm gonna do it because I know if I load up all of the, most of the cards them in the Riddim are some big fucking cards. So I know FL Studio already they'll fuck itself, and then we use Omnisphere, and you know what I mean. So once them start playing them, fuck, you're not really give me the chance to even really blend nothing. So I kind of just have to mix everything in a section. So I do all of the synths or do the drums them, and then we'll kind of bring them together once we get everything where we want it. Alright, so we have that. So we have a percussion right here. So bell. Cool. Cut off too fucking sharp. Let's feel it out. Perfect. Send that percussion same way. Reverb, we'll go 45, 50. So 45 on the first, 50 on the second. We'll get like this massive atmosphere around it. We might actually increase the reverb too, and we'll do some EQ in pan it because it's too bright. Too bright. Yeah man, RB is cool man. Some Jamaican plugin boutique. Nah brother. If anybody asks, I don't know, we download them, so come we have so much plugin. But yeah man, RB is crazy, man. I forget used to it, dog. Shatta, you don't know say you're biased to waves, dog. But you're right still though. You're right though. Waves plugging them as some of the best, dog, for tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Staple, you know what I mean? You can run where all you want, you know, eventually come back and use one of them. Alright, so let's go right here. So right click, make dynamic or drop this. But on the top end, boost. And then we'll dynamic and we'll do attenuate, just come down. You know what I mean? Just boost too much, attenuate the signal. Attenuate. Cool. Let's come up. Let's go one here, so one here, so. Let's do some sharp, spiky. Let's catch this middle one here. Dynamic as well. No, it already have dynamics to it. Right, so let's take the dynamics part and bring it down. Perfect. Perfect. Catch the one frequency that pissed me off. Cool. So probably don't increase the reverb to make it bigger when we don't do just that. So we'll go 70 on the first one. Nice. It left this big little echo on the tail end, which seem like much now, but when it play with all of the instrument, them that might be the one thing will make it stand out because it take up a lot of room. Because once everything come in and piano and all of that, certain frequencies start more, certain frequency, and certain things start clash. So a lot of panning might have to go on later on. Next we have some Halloween sound effects. So we have some glass I broke. We'll put that on the left side. Look a bit more. Then we have some glass I broke again, so I'll put that on the right side. But we only have it to play in the first two parts. So EQ wise, we'll go stock and really just to kind of just see if anything can go on below, you know what I mean? Alright, so everything is pretty much up top. So we'll do high shelf, sharp, high shelf, and kind of tame that a little bit, and then low shelf, sharp, same way. If we get that to look like that. And just kind of go up a little bit with it. You don't really need it for do nothing drastic because it's not that obstructive of a sound without lower the volume though. The second one we pretty much do the same exact thing with it, stock EQ, so when I eat up that much RAM. That's a hard plugging boutique. Yo, what a wicked. What a wicked man. Oh my god. Right, so because two of them are the same thing, we kind of just EQ the two of them the same way. Look a bit less drastic on the second one. But there are effects. So let's add cymbal to percussion. Them two crash here. What crash them there? Are them this? Oh yeah. No, them that. Them name glass. Oh, schematics, yeah. So add them there to effects. The bell. Where is it? Right, that's also the add that I already did it. Hi-hats them already did it. 808 snares, all of that did it already. Cool. Let's add this to the reverb. The first one I'll just add a lot of it, not to pay attention to the number. And then we'll add the other one to the second one and just add a lot of it same way. Perfect. Just a little atmosphere around it. Cool. Purity. This is the military snare. We already do that. Percussion right. So what is Congo? Yep. Alright, so we have a lot of movement in this. But if you listen to the end of it, we have like this mechanical noise. One way you get rid of that, you can either trim it down like that. I mean, if you listen to it now, yeah, they like this little bit of like a cymbal. It's I mean, we don't want that, so just trim it. Alright, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to both of them delay, yeah? I'm gonna put the percentage so fucking low that you probably not even hear it when it start play. So let's go 10 first one. Let's go 15 second one. But I can hear say something going on, right? You know what I mean? As opposed to that dry signal there. And then we'll increase I'm gonna send it to the percussion yet. No, I did not. Route to this track only. Send back here. So send it to the first reverb, put that at 20%, second reverb, put that at 10%, or that there 16, but that's fine. Too big. Alright, let's bring that back now and turn it down. It's ear candy, and I really need to notice a bit, just every now and then. Like when you hear the turn, and it jump out to the left for that first lick there. Yeah, or to the right, actually. So that's cool. 808 done, kick done, snares. I have one here, so. Okay, so let's bring that in. Alright, so this a snare is one of them. Okay, so as you can hear it, I play but it now stand out the way I want it to. So the one quick way to fix that at the distortion. So we'll go and then one crazy thing about distortion, a really crazy thing about distortion is you can use it, make a sound get louder without actually raising the volume. I don't understand it, but it actually works. I hear man. But love them, man, you know what I mean? And I tell her like that. There's no mix. I'm do want to include a waist plugging in it, a blood clot, unless me like just I try to challenge myself. I said just do something without it. I swear. Ever since what? Fuck it, shit. Ever since ever, some of the first set of plugin them get from way back a waves 5 Diamond and Mercury. When of them there, they did only couple of that road. But yeah, man. You're right, man. Alright, what will they do work on? Snare, right? Alright, so a little bit harsh, cool, but let's increase the drive. Play. Okay, play. Alright, so you can hear it get louder, but that's not what we are going for. And so one, like I'm saying, one thing more kind of pay attention to, right, is the volume say 9 or a little bit under -9, right? So let's turn out the distortion. Still a little bit under -9. Cool. So like let me say the distortion will get louder without really increasing the fucking volume significantly. We want darken this up a little bit. Without turn off auto output and put that back up a little bit. Without mix the wet and dry signal, probably like a 70-30 ratio, 60-40. Let's play this. All right, cool. Let's turn on the high cut or do a high cut, and then we do. Let's flip on this to step. Let's do low cut as well, just for kind of darken up the sound. We'll change the mode down at the bottom as well. So let's bring back the 808 just for this right now. Cool. See, the thing with this is, in the track itself, this 808 is not really don't really need to be heard. In the track itself, I have this part right there, so which is that 808. So that's the main reason I want to make sure it kind of stand out a little bit. You know what I mean? Which that part of the track is crazy. But we get to that in a second. I think we're almost done instrument wise. Sampler, like we said, that never needed for the actually can delete that. Actually might have probably delete it when I'm not supposed to delete. So what am I gonna do? Fuck it. Suck it, mother. And the last thing, we have the girl, which with all drone. I mean, when I say drone, I mean with all drone it with reverb. When it play it, trigger and it just big and just all over the place. And then outside of that, everything else should be done aside from the cymbal. So let's put in the cymbal, put in the sound effect. And actually, as I can see, we already have reverb on it. And all right, so let's break down what I'm gonna do to it. First, me EQ it. No, I did not. When I see EQ, I think me EQ. So the thing is, the delay sounded like it did sound good. Matter of fact, let me EQ this thing because I really want to work out on it. So let's just do that literally and get that out of the way. So the delay is a preset inside of here, so but the feedback is up really, really high, 70%. So we hear it for a while, right? So we have this. No, sorry about that. Where in the fuck do this thing play? All right, so it play right at the front, right? So let's solo that out. Let's solo out all of the tracks them, and we have the sound effect right at the front of the track. Yeah, so we don't have the delay turn on right now. That is just the track itself with a lot of reverb over right. So right. So remember, wrote this to the effects track right there. So wrote to this track only, then send it back to the effect. So with the delay upon it now, we have this longer effect. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's a big, just constant effect. So the thing for add movement to it now, because we don't want it just play and just stagnant and just a repeat, because you know that boring. So I add pan man to it, and I probably the pendulum pan me use again. Not 100% sure. I will make sure so the movement are going with it. So if we play it now, we have this. You know what I mean? Just a slow little panning all the way around, and when we come back to it. You know, and we fade out and we come in, and we fade out and we come in. You know what I mean? So we just kind of get a good big image, you know what I mean? Just a lot of movement are going with it. And all we need to do now is just kind of find a good place volume-wise. So because it's already mixed, I'm not going to do the volume thing right now. I wait till I get into the track when everything else I play. As well as doing that with the 808 and all everything else. So the other thing was the cymbal, right? And that was just, let's go back up top. And let's so we don't want display mono. So what I'm gonna do is load up the stock stereo shaper plugin. I really wish they would have made this a standalone plugin. I swear. I love to use this outside FL. We got delay. Let's bring this back. Kinda even out the sound. For even it out, we can either use the panning or we can make it mono, but you know this is a case I don't want to make it mono, we just want to even it out. Let's drag this over. Close, but not. All right, close, but one little micro drop. As you can see, when it drop off, you can see one part of the sound drop before, so a little bit more to the left than to the right. So we'll just move it micro and shift it over. All right, now we might have it. All right, little bit to the left still more. So I'll move it over one more. All right, notice now when it drop, it will them drop same time. Cool. So that should be it as far as the instruments go. Everything should be mixed and, you know what I mean, all the way in. Let's re-engage everything. The fucking FL Studio probably will start crack up like a bitch right now. Let's bring up, I have tag already, so let's just get the volume level right for my tag.
Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar.
All right, that's cool. Let's turn that down. Let's send it to the effects, or actually percussion, then increase the reverb. I'll put them both at about 50% or so. All right, not big enough for me. Let me send that to the what is the sound on the effect sound the Halloween thing. We'll send that to that. So let's send my tag over there. Let's increase that. So now we have the tag continue. You know what I mean? Which is cool. Yeah. All right, that was a freestyle. How we doing? I need to hear that right now. What I don't want to do is I don't want the tag masked it, so I just move the tag up. You know what I mean? We don't want the tag mask it at all. Let's increase or actually lower the volume on the tag and increase that sound there. Let's increase the reverbs. Like I say, I figure it when I start crack up or whatever. Let me go in and something. What did we forget to turn on? Something is a plugin we forget to turn on. The delay effect right there. So you see this box here. We need to turn on this plugin on the stereo thing right there. So this glitch need fit on. Actually, should I put glitch on the master bus or on the stereo mix bus? Think on the master would probably be better. I'm gonna load up glitch on the master. 1 second. So the only reason why I really like put plugins on the master, especially with I have it set up, they go to the stereo over there, so is the fact that a lot of times I load a program. If we have it and it no let's say we have something else I go. So like if you listen to this, like let's play this vocal part right there. So because I have the glitch on the whole thing, you know what I mean, it affect the vocal. So that is why a lot of times I always mostly nowadays still me put all of my effects them on this stereo bus over here. So because if we play it and do it to this, it not affect the vocal. So if we play the vocal, let me go in and turn off the mix level upon glitch, and if you play it now, as you can hear, it's still a go on for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. The thing not even on. It's no mix level, you know what I mean? It's like shit crazy. You know what I mean? So now it gone. You can hear it gone now. So you know what I mean? That's the thing. But if me do it pan this a track over here, so you know what I mean? You don't really get the effect that the vocal itself is cool, which the reason why you hear it is because the stupid fucking... let's move the automation over a little bit so it stay off. You know what I say? So, it's one of them things that I go just fucking crazy more, and I guess it's good for right now because I'm not going to use the vocal and nothing serious. So let me delete glitch off of this main track over here, so... And turn off the plugins for my voice and the tags and try and play it through a little bit so you hear everything while going. Alright, let me do this. Yeah, my voice sound different because all of the plugin them turn off. I purge everything, swat, switch, boom. So we clear up some RAM and we'll see if we can get a quick run through of the track.
Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar.
So why YouTube tell like about -14? I don't really like still, bro, if you tell the truth, you know what crazy. A track, this is the thing. A track can be as loud as this is, right? let's load up where one name and see how loud this track is. I'm not turning on what the fucking thing on my voice because my voice sounds so weird without all of the effects. I go eyes and two up. 1 minute try load. Inside? Yeah, inside. A track can sound much better. Yes, our track can sound loud, bro. Even though I'm -14. Like, so with this one, so right now, as I can see, my voice, the overall volume of the track don't change, bro. To tell you the truth, that are the misconception where a lot of people don't understand with it, right? Even though YouTube said they want, or any streaming service say, yeah, we want your master your tracks at -14. That are the level where you want, you send it to it. That don't really have nothing to do with the overall volume of the track. You understand what I say? Or not really the overall volume, but the loudness of the track. So -14 is just going to be the average volume over the entire track, meaning the high points, the low points, the, you know what I mean, the intro, the outro, all of that. That's going to be the average volume. So this track can play at 0 dB and all the way up here on the clip right at 0, but the average volume of -14, so it might still sound as loud as a track out there, but the average volume is the correct average volume. You understand what I say? So that are the thing where a lot of people think through them say -14 they mean, yeah man, we want the track for there a -14 at the loudest level. You know what I mean? That's not it at all. And that, I don't know if at that you kind of talk about, but at that all right, so -9 is CD level, which you never know, maybe Cardi B them, you know, them, whoever them agreements or whatever with YouTube. Remember, anything what they put on Vivo, you know, bro. Remember, them thing they are bigger than YouTube head, you know. YouTube just a play it, the song itself, you know what I mean, a Vivo control. But that's what them say are the standard. Them turn it down. If you download it, it might louder than that, but I think when you play it back, that's why it play at. For tell you the truth, me personally consider it to be fuckery, but them claim say I true them want people listen to music longer because if the volume lower and this is just a bunch of technical fuckery, bro, if you tell you the truth. Me personally still, when me done mix my track them, bro, me crank that blood clot as loud as me want it, whether they go streaming or not. As long as it not clip and me not get none distortion or nothing like that and it sound good, that bumbo there are 0 and it don't turn a 0 till it blood clot left out of my hand. And if them want to turn it down, them do it. If them not do it, then I feel them problem, bro. Me not kill up myself to try, you know what I mean, get nothing for stay to a certain level. Now, if somebody track and them say, yo, bro, I want it, you know what I mean, different. But outside of that, me, brother, I want that as loud as blood clot. I like listen to music loud. I like fuck with that. Oh yeah, man, it all rush, bro, it all glitch, man. Yeah, that normal, like, it all glitch because right now me they run, let me see how much blood clot plugin me I run. I run a lot of plugin, bro. So me expect that, you know what I mean? Me expect that, yeah, fuck. That's one of the big problems I have with FL Studio. I mean, I really like about them. So right now me they run 72 plugin. And the main reason feet why that glitch, bro, is because the main instrument them in the track, them a play some blood clot big melody, and I mean some 4 and 5 chord melody, so it a suck a lot of CPU power. Even if me turn off all of the drums them, it will glitch same way. The only thing I could do is probably like consolidate some of the tracks them, but that probably would have been better if I just bounce the fucking track and then, you know what I mean, just drag it back and listen to it. Matter of fact, that's our model. I bounce it out and then that will kind of free up all of the ramp on the blood clot computer. So we know we not even experience that a blood clot. So I just bounce. Actually, what I do, I just bounce it out instead of doing it. I just bounce out a WAV file and carry it back in and listen to it. Everything turn on effects wise. Alright, so Let's go Fatal Nightmares and underscore mix. Alright, so I just bounce this and then forward back once it's done. Probably around 5 minutes. But I'm gonna show you a thing right new. I'm kinda tell about a while ago. Alright, so Fatal Nightmare mix. Let's bring that back. Alright. Let's big this up like that. Although there is no turn off every single instrument except just the WAV file itself. So nothing else now play about it. So now we have all of the RAM free up on the computer. Let me know if you're still hearing no glitch. You're not supposed to hear no glitch right now. So these are the track. These are just the mix track, right? Cool. If we run this through the master, the Y1 name supposed to pick up the solo. This alright, put it up here. So let's see what the average volume on this. So right now we are over around -16, right? Average volume, right? So let's try and run this through a couple different limiter while watching the average volume. So the first one, we'll run it through 3 different limiter. So I'll use IK Multimedia brick wall limiter. We'll bring in isotope maximizer ozone 8. And then we'll bring in look how the fucking ozone 8 start name up the CPU that bumbleclot. We'll bring in what is thing I name to same way. What other one? The waves, the L2 from waves. So kind of show you what me do when me are. L2 stereo. I must save this project here as a new project. Some I don't even really have no. What if I'm gonna save it first? And then Control N and save it as a new project. Cool. So we'll go for -14 through them 3 limiter here, right? So we'll start with the L2 first and try to get this track to -14 and see which part the volume down there, right? With the ceiling set as 0, so we'll just address the threshold and see where we can get -14 with the volume ceiling set as 0. So the chorus down here, so we'll loop that. Just for plugin sake, we'll turn off all of the other effects them because when I use them, we don't really need them. So we can get as much free RAM. If you watch the bar up at the top, it's supposed to go all the way to 0 once we done do that. So let's. All right, so now if another thing we can in a FL, you can do this thing called smart disable all plugins. When you have nothing to run, you're not supposed to get them type of bounce, but me and stream and all of that, so that kind of play a part in that. So let's play the track now. Let's loop the whole part of the chorus, and we'll go for average volume. I try to get the volume to -14 on the meter. Right now it's supposed to be at 16. I'm not gonna talk because it don't affect the meter. So I'm gonna mute the microphone and just adjust the threshold and the ceiling on the limiter until we get -14. All right, so upon L2, a good average volume or a good level is ceiling set to -0.3, so a little bit from 0, and the threshold set to 1.9 or -1.9, and we are crank -14 upon the L2. Upon, let's say, the ozone maximizer, the benefit to using this one is the fact that you can pick your mode, whatever you want, set up your settings. We don't just left everything kind of to stock. We want it, the compressor kind of a little bit fast because it's a faster track, so we want it fast. So I'll just bring that down a little bit. The peak or the true or the ceiling we want a -0.1 just because we don't want no bleed over, so we'll set that to -0.1. But the threshold are the one big difference between this and a lot of compressor. You can have ozone automatically go off of it for you. So the target are -14. So what we'll do is let's reset this, and then we'll turn on that and make ozone find its own threshold for find -14, right? So whenever you see ozone kind of start to struggle or at an average out, then you can just either turn it off and left the threshold there, so or left it in automatic. So we'll play it again and make it find it and see which part the threshold end up. Remember upon the L2, the threshold end up matter of fact, we'll go -0.3 just because we want to do the same thing. So the threshold end up over here, so a -1.9 right now. With over here, so right now a -1. Well, they are -4. So let's turn on the compressor and turn off my mic, and let's listen and see what. So you can see the ozone kind of slowly work its way around. It a bounce between -1.6 and 1.9. So it's very similar. You know what I mean? If we did have this at 0, that are the you know what I mean, the full loudness of the track. So if me I remember do a thing. I'll show you this quick little thing where you can do in a FL, right? So let's record it through ozone. Let's record -14 through ozone. So let's go and the master track for record and record like that. Let's turn on this one, turn off my mic and just record. So if we look on it now, if we unmute this track, yeah, unmute and turn it on, you can see the difference. Like this is what me would have upload to YouTube. This is what I would have sent to an artist. You know what I mean? You can see the noticeable difference. You know what I mean? Like once you add it to the waveform, it get bigger. You know what I mean? But like I say, it's all to taste. Personally, what me do is me just set the limiter to 0 and just turn up the volume until it can't go no more, till it start get distortion and all of that. And that's when me really pull back on the limiter. I'm not really worry about levels and this -4. You know what I mean? If them a turn it down, me not notice it when I listen to music. So I'm not go kill up, you know what I mean? Kill up myself. I'm go sort them and all of them things there. But yeah, man, I hate that, man. Should be to fully mix the track. Only thing left to do a master it and build a cover, and I don't know if I put it on YouTube, but it's about 2 blood clot month old. So if you don't reach YouTube, it will reach one day, you know. So I run through it again, couple more time, you know what I mean? We got the man them forward. Hopefully I learn sitting blood clot computer. Not even the computer, I fell asleep the more wireless, man. I'll turn on the L2 so it'll play a 0 dB. Sometimes, most of the time, if the artist don't mix it himself, like if they all get everything sorted out, just send them the mixed version. If you're somebody who buy it now, you send them the stems, them and all of that, and them get everything individually mixed. But outside of that, yes, you send artist the mixed version and you really send master, because when them done record, them not no room for record. If you know what I mean, if I send a rhythm and it already master, there's no room for your record, because when I turn it down and turn it back up, you know what I mean? And like you turn down the actual instrument, then you turn down a fully turn up track already. If you turn it back up, you know what I mean? So you don't start distort, it don't sound nasty. So you better have to just send them a mix. If like when we're done, I probably don't go back later on. This to me is kind of a hot mix. So me like to have about 6 dB. Like if me play it without the limiter. You know what I mean? I see -3 and all of that. I like to have about 6 dB, a little bit of headroom so the artist can do them work or whatever in between this. So, but just for YouTube, crank it all the way up volume wise. But if I send it to her, that's why if I show you a folder, recently I don't do it as much, but if you notice some of them folder, yeah, yes, me have a mixed version of the rhythm. So like this Ocean Drive, I drag this in. Yes, I have one version of mix and then I have one version of master. The master version probably that end up on YouTube. You can notice the difference in the waveform immediately. You know what I mean? This one I have about probably 5 dB of headroom. This one I have no headroom. So if I double click on it, you can see the difference. That all the way out and that partially out. And it still have more room than this one. But this are them two at the top would have sent to artists, because them have more room for the artist work on. As opposed to this, which I can send it. If this is the only thing where you have, you can send it. It's just not going to get as good a quality. If the engineer know what I'm do, the quality will stay the same. But you have to work harder. If you don't know what I'm do, then you don't send back some fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. What the fuck? We don't need that. Close that. Delete them. Yeah, man. Showtime. Oh God. And then the wallpaper I wanna see from the night of your track. I'll give you a preview of a track. Now I'm play the whole thing when I get a preview. You know what I mean? Where the track them, I think the track in there, so you know. Buckler, I think you know something I take off the thing off my computer, to be honest. Damn. Hold on, I'm going to download and see if it's in there. Buckler, that take off the thing off my computer, you know. Hold on, we're going to the trash can. So like this already Marita, so this is a fully master, you know what I mean? You have a room, but if you hand scroll through it and if your heart is a blood clot, you understand what I'm saying? Let's mute this track. I'll find a file 1 second. Alright, so 0 minus 0.1. Really, I'll show you the difference, right? So if you look on I'll load up Ozone 1 second. I'll show you the difference. So most people would say go minus 0.3 to be honest, but it's all up to you. You can go 0. The problem is that I see like I'm not an industry work, so it don't really matter right now, you know what I mean? The problem with not going 0 is, let me find a fully done. Let's go. Demon per no, I want to rhythm me like crank to the maximum twin summer. Alright, so the problem with not going 0 is, alright, so this is one right here, so, and then we load the wave version. So these are the MP3 for the rhythm, man. Really pay close attention to the waveform. You know what I mean? Because change, when we change it between the two, you don't see a subtle change, right? So the problem with not going 0, bro, is when I bounce out, the MP3 don't compress, right? MP3 files always compress anymore. If look when I click on the wave file, or the file will get a little bit like flip. When I flip between the two, you'll notice a little bit of change in the waveform. You know what I mean? Notice how the waveform have a lot more gaps in it, you know what I mean? A lot more space. Especially pay attention to right here, so this little region right here. So look on the little, I zoom in. Shit. Alright, let me zoom in on this part to see him where. One catch one specific part. But if you like, see it's hard for sure because, but you probably can't see it though, dog. If you really look, you see how the waveform them just flipping between the two, even though at the same rhythm, the wave version of the track always uncompressed. That's why when anytime I say nothing go get professional, them always ask for the wave file. Because the wave file uncompressed and natural. No any type of compression or what you do in the track. MP3 is a compressed version of that, so it squash the track even more, you know what I mean? That's why anytime you hear people at that, them always say send wave file, send wave file, send wave file, because the MP3 is compressed and it harder to work with professionally, you know what I mean? If you don't have nothing else, what you can do is convert the MP3 to a wave file and send it off, even though it does still sound a wave. The natural form of the wave file itself always uncompressed and it just natural and it sound good. So that's why I hear most people. But as far as the minus 0.1 and the 0.3 is with the wave file, if you export a 0, it might go over. You know what I mean? So people say set it to minus 0.3. So any overs, it might end up as 0 anyway. I remember digitally 0 are the limit. It's a digital thing, you know what I mean? Analog wise, it's not a problem. Digitally, them say do that because you might get some overs once you bounce out the file. Like if you play sometime, you play some file for through And if you watch it pan a meter, it would say it'll go over 0. And then a lie because them bunks the file as 0. So any little extras when it bunks out, it just raise the volume fully. And that's the reason why still. Me, most of the time, it all depends on how I feel about the track. If I feel like I can get a little more volume out of the track, like I might be a 0 and the track lower. Say, alright, fuck it, I'll just go all the way in and just put it, just left it and just crank it up even more. But if the track loud, like this a track right I said, it's a lot of drums and you know what I mean, some would have probably scale back on a track like this because I know there's a lot of drums involved already, to be honest. So yeah, it's all up to you. It's a preference thing, bro, to tell you the truth. I'm trying to find this fucking track and I'll try to play a preview or something. Yeah, so when I make my video them, I put them in I use the WAV file. If sometimes I use it, but I use the WAV file. I always try to use the WAV file back in the day when I really originally started doing it. I used to just use the MP3 because I never really think it make a difference, but once I learn about that, then I start use the WAV file. It don't really matter. It's really up to you, but you can. People said better if you use the WAV file. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you an example exactly what I'm talking about, right? So Newt, this is a track where I send go get DJ National, right? And him send it go get Javilani and Javilani record upon it. But the track itself was mastered. Me never want to think at the time. The thing is when I send master version to artists, I just want them hear the rhythm at its loudest peak, you know what I mean, or whatever. You never know what they might listen to. They might listen on their phone, so you send them a thing and it might low, you know what I mean. It might not like it, so I always try to send it so it as loud as possible already. So I send this already, I go get Javi, let me say, I send it go get National, him send it go get Javilani. Let me chop this up real quick, you know, some bars or beats. No, that's too many fucking chops. Let's go and do that. I'm gonna chop this up in some bars so I can kind of give a good idea what I talk about with that. So let's go time base and go chopping bars. Alright, so we'll take out every 2 or so. Actually, let's go every couple. And then we'll do the same thing for the one down here. So I'll chop this in a beat same way. And because I'm kind of time sync up, we'll just take out every other 2 and do it that way. Now, let's play this. So this is, I'll turn off all of the limiter and all them things in FL. This is the track on me master. So it'll flip back and forth between the two.
Got 17, I left them lifeless. Them want see we stagnant. Them vex through a thing a flow constant. Fuck of them, man fly past all of them. One side, one government. When me do you, dog, when me do you. You not stop till your head top full up a shot. Conquer them. Government, conquer them. Conquer them. You can't style man thing, style who? Javidan and no pussy like you, me not.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say. If you listen to him voice, them have to crank him voice so much, bro, because the thing loud. And that's the one thing about it. When they actually listen to it, this man never sound no way, but me play it back and forth between the rhythm. You can hear, so like the rhythm itself is almost on the same level. You know what I mean? So that means him voice kind of just scrunch up, you know what I mean, right on the top of it, but him voice have so much compression on it for bring it up for make it, you know what I mean, for kind of make it sit down on the top of the rhythm, bro. Weird, as if me did send just a regular mixed version of the track, you wouldn't have the issue there. And that's what I'm gonna say. So that's a reason you send an artist a mixed version as opposed to a mastered version of a track. You know what I mean? The track turned out fine. It's a good track. It's coming soon. You know what I mean? Demon Purge Riddim. So is a crazy thing that, but it's our preference. If you don't have it, you know what I mean, maybe you have it already, you only have the MP3, let me say, you can just convert it and send it off. Maybe you only have, you know what I mean, part of the rhythm, you chop it up and do whatever you can do and send it off same way, because the artist or the engineer will find a way to make it work, if him can make it work. So, I just say go, man.
Got 17, I left them lifeless. Them want see we stagnant. Them vex through a thing a flow constant. Fuck of them, man fly past all of them. One side, one government. When me do you, darker when me do you. You not stop till your head top full up a shot. Conquer them, conquer them. Man do it one time, not afraid to do it once again.
Can't play too much height. Can't play too much height, you know. But it'll come though. It'll come. The blood clot come. I hope National I watch it stream. It'll come. I will find this bomb buckler. Why you want to hear dog? Let me go back and find it. Wait. See it. Boom. At least we did it. Boy, yeah, man, people. Blood clock out of a thing. I full rhythm that. The full rhythm like I said, I don't even upload the full rhythm to my page or that yet, but yeah, you get the drift though. We walk through from fucking start to finish. Full rhythm mix. You understand? Yeah, but SP. Real man. Before I saw the other, we don't have to pick up a voice now, but it's still in there. Yeah, man. But they big up themselves, dog. I run through it a couple times, you understand? You know what I mean? And like I said, I get about the thing from my computer, so I'll probably stream some more. A lot more. Exactly what I'm talking about, man, you know what I mean? Exactly what I'm talking about. But we see what the fuck go on, you know? We see what the blood clot go on. If anything, I'm my fault still, so we see.